Okay, people, this is part 2 of this Intel update here on the shills. Again, it's the you know, I say, okay, well, I want to cover, I need to cover all these other subjects with you, but of things that's going on. But again, it's the shills, the shills, the shills. And what I'm starting to see is the shills are their whole show right now. Aside from, you know, people, do yourself a favor and ask yourself, what have you seen them produce? What have you seen them produce? And what have you seen them, and when I say produce, I'm talking like, you know, action-wise. Don't count the shills in, just action-wise. And then go back and say, well, how much of this that I'm going on is based on, you know, what I'm viewing online or on mainstream media or whatever. And because, I mean, I hate to tell you people, I mean, you know, I don't think it's a secret anymore. No, it's the mainstream media, what we call MSM. I think most people feel about it as such, is that it's no different than watching an episode of your favorite sitcom, if you know what I mean, because it's all just not so accurate, it seems. I'll let you guys answer that one. All right, so it seems to be that the shills, it's still like their whole show right now, and that's exactly what it is a show. I've seen so many you know, what they have said, what these and some of them, people, I can't release the names of these accounts because it's I guess it violates some policy or something, but it's people, these supposed alternative media sites, the good ones, some of them are good ones that I even used to follow for a while, and they would say, okay, this is happening down there, this is happening down there. They would have, you know, magically they get all this amazing video, you know. Ask yourself that, how do they get all this amazing video? And they'll always say, you got to watch out for these words. Well, you know, a subscriber sent me a video today that was amazing. Okay, I will say this, there is this one particular, anyway, let me get this out first. I was told, or we were told, that they are blah 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 down in Texas. I've been told that blah 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 blah. Okay, people accept that and let it go by the wayside. Let me tell you this, when you hear I was told, or we were told, or we were, stop, pause it and freeze it right there. Who told you what? Who told you what? And who are they? You know, this is, but they shove it under the rug real quick. It's kind of like a magician type of sleight of hand type of thing. Hoping that you'll accept it. And then they accept it, and then they can tell you their big pile of BS, so big that you have to roll up your pants. You know, it's just unbelievable. But this is one of their biggest weapons, probably the biggest weapon right now that they're using, but that they have been completely false of what they've said. And then when you see like actual video or whatever that's actually coming from the area, is like, well, I thought it was supposed to be all this and this was supposed to be happening. I don't see any of that. And I'm talking even down to like weather. You know, it's supposed to be all these 200-mile-an-hour winds and this and that, and the only thing that's happening over there is it's an overcast and it's barely raining. And this has been at the exact moment that the poor mainstream guys are so far behind. You know, they're saying you've got all these 200-mile-an-hour winds going there right now, and there's another. I mean, people, video, keep this in mind, can be shot, recorded, and played back at any time. No longer is it a valid live source. Please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. You know, just to give you a quick example, I never watch mainstream media news anymore, the 6 and 10 or 11 o'clock news or whatever. But that doesn't mean I'm not implying anything to you to tell you not to do it. But, I don't. But the channel just happened to be on that channel after, I think a show I was watching, or a movie I was watching, went off. And, you know, they said, oh, right now you've got, you know, all these, and the guy was out in these gale force winds, and I just happened to know a site that had a live cam in that area, and I went over there, and there was actually lots of them, and there wasn't anything like that going on. Another example would be, they said, oh, they've got today these military drills went on in North Korea and whatever, you know. And this was, I think, maybe 4 different times, at 4 different times. I'm not talking about the same day. I'm talking about 4 different, like, let's say one was today, one was a week ago, the other one was a week and a day ago, and the other one was like a week or like 2 weeks ago. And it was all, this is live today, as it was recorded live today, these military drills went on. And it was the same clip, people. It was the same clip, the same stuff that was going off. And it was sickening, all right, and that they're giving the public this. And some people are... Anyway, I need to get this out because I need to get the end game to you here. Here we go. All right, so I caught this guy who's sincerely on your side. He's sincerely, oh, you know, I can't stand those guys. They're, you know, oh, but we know the truth and they call us crazy. I mean, he actually does sound like he's in your corner. But I caught him. Today, I finally caught him. And he's one of these new ones. We said, oh, I'm expecting to get in trouble real soon here because my material is so good, and it's so the truth and all this stuff, you know. I'm expecting to be taken down at any time. Da, da, da. All right, well, that's going to sow in the normal person's mind that, wow, he must be you know, completely 100% valid truth person or whatever, somebody who just wants to get the truth out. Okay, I'll admit some of the information is correct, not all of it, but in the end, I identified him as a shill because he keeps steering you in the same direction at the end that I myself had found to be the end game agenda. In other words, for the big boys on that side. And they know who I mean and what I mean. I think it was yesterday or the day before, he had said, he was talking about, I think the hurricane down in Miami. He was like, you know, they're saying that it's going to be, you know, 200-mile-an-hour winds or 150-mile-an-hour winds or whatever, 50-something plus waves, da-da-da, this and that. So, you know, people just, I mean, you can try to write it out if you want, but, you know, just the best thing to do is just get out. Just get out of Miami, because you don't want any part of that. And, you know, why would you want to stay there and do that anyway? I mean, that's, you don't want, trust me, you don't want to even chance that. Just the best thing to do, you know, I love all you guys. I just want all you guys safe. That really makes me sick and pisses me off when, excuse my language, but when they say that. I love you. If you really loved us, okay, you would be, oh boy, do I got words for that. Anyway, you wouldn't be saying such a thing. All right. And then, so in other words, he's saying, just get out of there and be safe. The next second he turns around, he says something like this. Well, you people, you know, we tried to warn you, and, you know, you guys just sitting in there in your houses and da-da-da and this and that. So, you know, actually, I heard the police say that, or the military, whatever, sheriff say they're going to come by, and the people that will steer there, they're just going to take them out. They're just going to put them out anyway. They're just going to take them out. And he kept repeating that. Okay, so that day, which I think it was today or yesterday, he sounded like frustrated. Literally frustrated with passion and conviction that the people were not leaving their homes. Now, do you see where I'm going with this here? The first one that I had seen him do, and magically he just appears on the scene with this new name. I've heard his voice before, so I think I know who he actually is. With his new name, and he's got all these thousands of views. I mean, it's a giveaway for me. It's a giveaway already, a dead giveaway, just based on that. But there was like 5 or 6 or maybe 7, maybe, yeah, there was like 7 things total that gave it away for me with this guy. But all this just appears on the scene, Martin Sheen, whatever. Oh God, I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Anyway, but just appears on the scene and has magically got all these thousands of views going and all this stuff. It just didn't add up. But where I caught him again was the fact that he was, I love you guys. I just want you guys to be safe. So please get out of there. Please, get out of there. Please, and I'll admit at first, I think I had, because I have another video up there too, where this is before I kind of realized what the end game was. At least the end game for now. But he turns around and then he's frustrated with passion that the people won't leave their houses. And he says, well, I heard the police say that they're going to come by and they're going to take the people out if they don't leave. I mean, if I just heard that the military or the sheriffs or whoever are going to come by and they're going to just, with force and by force, they're just going to take the people out anyway who are still in your houses out there. Now, people, please be honest. Not only with yourself, but please be honest with me. But mostly yourself. Be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, does this honestly sound like a guy? No matter how sincere he sounds or concerned he sounds about you, that is passionate about getting you to leave the property. I'm going to come back in part 3 here and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, I've got to make these shorter. All right, I'll move along. Let's come back in part 3 here and I'll tell you why he wants you out and what the end game is here, at least for the here and short now. I'll be right back.